Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code DTC P1683 indicates a problem with the throttle valve's spring performance in the Honda Civic 2022. The throttle valve is crucial in managing the air entering the engine, which significantly affects the vehicle's performance. If the throttle valve does not achieve its designated position, this can trigger the powertrain control module (PCM) to register an error, thus storing the P1683 code. It's critical to avoid inserting fingers into the installed throttle body during inspection, as doing so may lead to severe injuries if the throttle valve operates unexpectedly. Precaution and careful handling around this component are paramount. The throttle valve is usually located in the intake manifold area, and its position affects engine power, responsiveness, and fuel economy. The error, represented by DTC P1683, indicates a malfunction linked to the throttle valve's default position spring. The throttle valve is responsible for regulating airflow into the engine, thus making it a vital component for optimal engine performance. The powertrain control module, PCM, monitors this valve's position. If it detects a discrepancy in the valve's positioning relative to expected parameters, it will log the DTC. This could be caused by the throttle valve being stuck, dirty, or experiencing mechanical failure. The throttle body, housing the throttle valve, is generally located in the engine bay, connected to the intake manifold. When the valve fails to respond correctly, it can lead to performance issues such as stalling or reduced acceleration. Several factors can result in the occurrence of DTC P1683. A primary cause is a stuck throttle body, which can prevent the throttle valve from returning to its normal position. This can happen due to carbon buildup or foreign particles that obstruct movement. Another possibility is a dirty throttle valve, which can hinder its operation, leading to inaccurate airflow measurement and affecting engine performance. Finally, a mechanical failure in the throttle body or its associated components can also be a culprit. Understanding these potential causes is crucial for effectively troubleshooting and ensuring proper repair. The symptoms linked with DTC P1683 can manifest in various ways, primarily affecting vehicle performance. Engine stalling is a common issue, as the throttle may not control airflow correctly, leading to insufficient power. Drivers may notice poor acceleration, where the vehicle does not respond adequately when the accelerator is pressed. Additionally, there can be noticeable throttle response issues. The vehicle may feel sluggish or unresponsive. These symptoms can be frustrating, especially if they appear unpredictably, and underline the importance of timely diagnosis and repair to restore optimal vehicle running conditions. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P1683 involves starting the engine and holding it at 3,000 RPM without any load. This means that if the vehicle has a continuously variable transmission, CVT, it should be in park or neutral. And if it has a manual transmission, MT, it should be in neutral gear. This action allows the engine to run at a steady speed, which is critical for the PCM to monitor the throttle valve's functionality effectively. Importantly, you must observe that the radiator fan turns on during this operation, indicating that the system is reaching appropriate operating temperatures. After the engine has idled and the fan has engaged, you will then turn the vehicle to the off lock mode. This process is crucial because it resets the PCM's monitoring capabilities, preparing it to reassess the throttle valve's operation accurately upon resuming the ignition. The second step involves turning the vehicle to the off or lock mode and waiting for 10 seconds. This short pause is important because it gives the electronic systems, particularly the powertrain control module, PCM, Time to reset and clear any temporary faults that may have been flagged during the previous step. After waiting, you will turn the vehicle back to the on mode, which re-engages the throttle valve monitoring system. This procedure facilitates a fresh evaluation of the throttle body's status without the interference of prior engine calculations or indicative faults notifications. Ensuring that you observe proper waiting time is crucial for accurate diagnostic results, which will help in identifying persistent issues with the throttle valve during further inspection steps. The third step in diagnosing DTC P1683 focuses on the physical condition of the throttle body. At this stage, you will begin by removing the throttle body inlet hose, which is necessary for gaining unobstructed access to the throttle valve. Once you have this hose detached, you will manually push the throttle valve closed to ensure it is at the default position. This manual action is crucial as it allows for a hands-on assessment of whether the throttle valve can indeed return to its proper position without hindrance. After ensuring that it is closed, you will release the throttle valve and observe how it behaves. The primary objective here is to confirm whether the valve returns to the default or closed position without any obstruction or mechanical resistance, indicating whether the throttle body is functioning as expected or if there are underlying issues present. In this step, the critical evaluation of the throttle valve's movement takes place. You need to determine if the throttle valve returns to its default position normally after you released it. This step is all about observing if the throttle valve is mechanically sound. If the valve does indeed return to the default position without issues, then the throttle body itself may be in acceptable condition. Conversely, if the throttle valve does not respond as anticipated, this would indicate a malfunction within the throttle body, necessitating further inspection or likely a replacement. This distinction is important. Abnormal behavior signals that there may be significant underlying problems affecting vehicle performance, and resolution must be prioritized to prevent further complications. After the necessary repairs or inspections have been conducted on the throttle body, it is essential to verify that the issue has been resolved. Begin by conducting a thorough cleaning of the throttle body to remove any carbon deposits or debris that may be obstructing the valve's movement. Following the cleaning, the procedures outlined earlier, starting the engine and holding it at 3,000 RPM, then allowing idling, should be repeated to confirm that the throttle responds as intended. An integral part of this verification involves checking whether DTC P1683 is still indicated. If it remains, further examination of associated components is warranted. Successful clearance of the DTC would indicate that the repairs were effective, restoring the throttle body's function and improving overall engine performance. Preventive maintenance is key in ensuring the longevity and optimum performance of the throttle body system. Regular cleaning of the throttle body should be scheduled, as this will help prevent carbon buildup that can lead to throttling issues. Incorporating a routine inspection of the throttle valve and the surrounding components can allow for early detection of any developing problems, minimizing the risk of future DTC occurrences. Additionally, keeping an eye on engine performance can provide insight into the throttle body's operational status. Any noticeable changes may indicate the need for immediate attention. Engaging in these preventive steps is an essential practice that provides not only efficiency, but also safety on the road. In conclusion, DTC P1683 highlights critical issues with the throttle valve's default position spring performance. A thorough understanding of how the throttle valve functions is paramount for effective troubleshooting and repair. Regular inspections and timely interventions can prevent small issues from escalating into more severe engine complications. Cleaning and maintaining the throttle body, alongside other preventive measures, can ensure optimal engine performance and prolong the life of the vehicle. By addressing symptoms promptly and following the outlined diagnostic procedures, one can resolve DTC faults efficiently, fostering a reliable driving experience in the Honda Civic 2022 and beyond. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.